So it's coming up on a year of me doing this channel, and I wanted to just kind of share my thoughts and give a little bit of a reflection on the enterprise of Christian apologetics in general, as well as kind of explain why I decided to start this project in the first place. So, firstly, I just want to get this out of the way. It's kind of obvious, but it's not obvious to some. Apologetics is not enough. The Christian faith, and orthodoxy in particular, isn't about accepting certain premises and logical arguments. That's all well and good. Logic, philosophy, theology, history, these all have their place in the church, but they are not it. They are not the thing. The object of our faith isn't an object, it's a person, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ has the power to transform the heart. The limits of these aforementioned subjects are the intellect. While apologetics can be great if oriented in a manner that points people towards the church, on the flip side, it can also become a fast track to pride. This is something I've seen very often. People will get obsessed and stuck on this intellectual side of things and not go deeper. They will treat the teaching of orthodoxy as if it were their intellectual pet project. I won't name names, but there are some particular notable people who do this online, and they're missing the entire point. The downfall of apologetics is we can get so sidetracked by the details of this head knowledge that we miss Christ. This is not to say that the details don't matter. Obviously, they matter. Obviously, there's a point to everything that I've been doing on this channel. But if we don't go to church, ultimately, then we're missing the point. But also, if we're having debates about theological subjects and we care more about winning the argument than loving like Christ and actually speaking in such a way that the other person can hear, we are completely missing the point. We have failed at that point. This is part of the reason why I have personally decided to not engage in debates. I don't think debates are bad. The fathers of the ecumenical councils, they debated. Many people online today will debate on behalf of orthodoxy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But personally, that's not a good format for me. There's a place for debate, but that's not my place. And my mentality on this channel more broadly has been, I'm going to present my case and I'm going to let it be. If you want to hear what I have to say, great. If you don't, that's fine. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. Those who don't, won't. And that's just kind of how it will be. That's my mentality. So why do I do this? The entire point of this channel is to strengthen people's faith and ultimately point them to the Orthodox Church, to be a signpost for Christ. So here's the kicker. If you have listened to all of my content and you haven't gone to an Orthodox church yet, you're completely missing the point. Everything I do on this channel is to point people to Christ and his church, because that is where the real work happens. That is where we can be healed of our spiritual ailments. That is where we will find the mysteries, which are the medicine for the soul. Everything on this channel merely points to that. Now, I'm not saying anything new or revolutionary here, but I want to make sure everyone knows what the point of all this is. I'm not here to try and win an argument. I'm here to point people to salvation. Apologetics isn't enough if it doesn't light a fire to go deeper. What I present here on this channel, it's 101 level stuff, trust me. I invite you to go deeper, because online Orthodox content can never compare to working out your salvation in the church, especially in the times in which we live today. Father Seraphim Rose once said, "It is later than you think. Hasten, therefore, to do the work of God." That was in the 60s. Could you imagine what he might say today? This is a matter of great urgency. The Lord will come like a thief in the night. We do not know how much time we have left. So, really, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have all that much to say here. I'm not saying anything revolutionary, as I mentioned. It's just, I want to get this off my chest and make it clear why I'm doing this. Everything I'm doing is to get people to go to church, to go to the Orthodox Church. And I'm not trying to belittle anyone or demean anyone who hasn't done that yet. I understand it. It can be very intimidating. But the point is the church. That's the whole point of all of this. That's why I've done everything that I've done. And for those of you who are going to church, and for those of you who are maybe already Orthodox and you've just found this edifying, great. This is for the people who are getting caught up on the apologetics stuff. As I said, not that anything is wrong with apologetics. We just have to go deeper. So that's really all I had to say. That's something that I wanted to reflect upon as we're approaching the end of the year, and as something that I've been thinking about, and something that I wanted to just discuss because I've been doing this channel for nearly a year now, which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope people receive this well. And yeah, that's just it. Go to church.